Previously, we tiled the floor and grouted with this grout mix, and it turned into a disaster. If you didn't watch our previous video on that, you can go back and check it out. But basically, we laid this beautiful tile floor, and when we got to the grout work, the grout set up so fast that we could barely spread it on the floor. It was hard in 5 minutes, cured at 10 minutes. It was bad, it was quick. We had no time to work. And what was really weird was, just previous to that, we did a different floor with the same grout, and it came out beautiful. We had no problem spreading the grout or finishing the grout. So we couldn't figure out what was different between this job and this job. So this is a rapid setting grout. I understand that. After we posted that video, we got lots of ideas of what could have went wrong. A lot of people suggested that I just didn't use enough water. I want to stress that we actually had it really wet when we mixed it, and it was drying so fast that it would be dry by the time I walked 20 feet to the room. That's how fast it was setting up. And I actually went back and mixed a little more water in, to the point where I said to myself, this is way too wet, but whatever. I walked back to the room, and that's where we started filming, and it was still too dry because it dried walking 20 feet to the room. That's how crazy fast it was drying. I couldn't figure out why it was setting up so fast, so I did reach out to the manufacturer, and I told them what happened. I showed them our video. At first they told me that it should have a 45-minute work window, and that it is a rapid setting grout. And I said, 45 minutes? Ours was cured in 10 minutes. It was hard. It was rock hard in 10 minutes. There's no way I'd get a 45 work time out of that. I said, what would cause it to set up that fast? Would it be heat? Was it too hot? And this company told me that heat does speed up the curing, but they said if you had it set up that fast, you probably mixed it with a high-speed mixer. That was a shocking response because I had not heard of that anywhere before. And in fact, yes, I did mix it with a high-speed drill with my paddle mixer. They said in the email that you probably mixed it with a high-speed mixer, and if you whip too much air into the mix, it sets up very fast. That answered all my questions. The difference between the first job and the second job. The first job, I mixed it by hand with a paint stick, a very slow hand mix. This one, we mixed it with our drill on high speed and just mixed it for a while too. And even came back to mix a little more water in. Over mixed it. Over mixing is what ruined our tile job. We got a lot of videos sent to us showing that this stuff is very difficult to use. It's for the pros, and DIYers beware, because it sets up so fast and it's hard to work with. And we had a lot of people in our own comments telling us that they used the same grout and had similar experiences. So I hope that this can help you guys going forward. If anybody sees this, don't be afraid of the grout. Here's the tip. Do not use a high-speed mixer to mix that grout. And as suggested by the manufacturer, use cool water. So if you can use cool water in a low-speed mix, you're going to be perfect. It's going to go on fine. You'll have plenty of work time. They say up to 45 minutes. That gives me hope that I won't shy away from that in the future as much as I thought I might. And that is probably not a bad product, but the instructions need to be more clear. On the instructions, it actually shows it being mixed with a drill for 4 to 5 minutes. It doesn't show anything about low speed, unless it's in the fine print somewhere. I haven't seen it on this package. So that is the biggest tip I can give you guys. Don't use a drill, hand mix it. Hand mix it. I bet that is exactly what went wrong. That is the difference between our first job and second job. The first one good, the second one bad. And that's exactly what the manufacturer told me, is you must have used a high-speed mixer, because that makes it set up very fast when you whip too much air into the mix. I don't know why it does that, but interesting. So that's what happened. But now, after taking a break from our floor and walking away from it, I came back and it's not looking too bad. My wife Ashley spent some extra time cleaning the floor and it looks pretty good. So here's the big reveal. The floor, it's not perfect. It looks good from far away. The color is okay. It still needs a little more cleaning to get some of the haziness out of it. But it looks good. The tiles aren't ruined, they're not scratched. And like I said, it looks fine from a distance. Now if you do get up close, it doesn't look so good. You could definitely see all the pits and bumps and lumps and holes from just not being able to smooth the grout out in time. Because typically you would rub it with a sponge as you're cleaning the surface and you would smooth out the grout lines. This dried before I could do that. So it's pretty ugly up close, but it's not ugly enough to tear it out. Those tiles are very expensive and we put a lot of work into it. The good thing about our bathroom is nothing touches the floor. We're doing a wall-hung toilet, a wall-hung sink, and the tile doesn't go under anything. If someday, years from now, we want to break out the tile and do it over, we can do that without even hindering any use of our bathroom, realistically. So it's not a big deal. We're going to leave it. It still looks fine. We're not going to be laying on the bathroom floor looking at the grout close up. So who cares? We got the job done and it's going to serve the purpose. It's going to serve our purpose. And in this job, we learned a big lesson, a valuable tip, and we're able to pass that along to you guys. So that's the update. That's the tile floor. No high-speed mixers, guys. Mix the grout by hand. That's all I have for now. We got some big projects in the works, so stay tuned for that. We just wanted to do this quick update and let you know how the floor was going. So thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.